How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Regen Dream Team Career Mode series. And this will be the 8th episode of the series, and before we do get into anything, I want to thank you guys for all the support you gave on the last episode. I was left a lot of good suggestions for players that I should sign, as well as some advice for players that we're already going for. The first real big decision that we had to make that I left up to you guys in the last episode was whether you think we should sign John Terry's regen or not, and the majority of you came to a collective decision that we shouldn't be signing him. We've already got lots of good centre-back choices, and we're overspending a bit if we do go for him anyway. I'm also going to make a cheeky little offer for MESSI'S regen. It's probably not going to be accepted, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But before we do anything else, we do have 2 contract offers accepted. One is going to be for Cedric Costil. This is going to be a massive deal for us, 27 million and 70 grand on the wages. It is very expensive, to be honest, especially considering he's only worth 17 million. But we will go ahead and bring him into the club because I think he would be a very good addition. And we also have a pre-contract offer accepted for Dario Serna's regen. So once again, we will bring him into the club and he will be a player that we can use next season. I wasn't really too sure whose regen this was, so I did a little bit of digging, and I also asked a few of you guys in the comments if you knew who Cedric Costil's regen was. Interestingly enough, this guy is a regen of a glitch player, which I didn't think was possible, but obviously when a real life player does end up retiring, their regen is given the potential of the overall that they retired at. Alexandre Ranayou, who plays for Caen in the French league, I do believe. I think it's the French first division. His positions are left back and CDM, so that's how we do know that he is the regen of him. And it sort of does make a bit of sense, to be honest, but this guy, he will be a very, very good fit for us in this team because we've been needing a very good left back for quite a while now. Jordi Alba's regen has been injured and we haven't had a good replacement for him since. But we do now have a contract offer accepted from De Rossi's regen, so we will bring him into the club and take a little look at his stats. We also have a transfer offer accepted for MESSI'S regen, although I'm not really too sure if this deal's worth going through with. We've already got so many good central midfielders. I don't know if he's going to get the game time that he needs to be a good player. We've got other players in central midfield who are really, really good regens, really good quality players for the future, and they're struggling to get game time despite how good they are. We've got players such as Modric's regen and also Gerrard's regen struggling to displace Iniesta's regen and Yaya's regen. So we're just going to go ahead and reject this one for now. We also have a big boy offer from Chelsea as well for Ibra's regen. They've offered 60 million and the chief executive thinks that we can get up to 90 million pounds for him. I'm not going to lie, that is pretty ridiculous, I have to say. But we don't want to be tempting with fate. We don't want to let him go, whatever the cost. So we will just reject this one. In the summer transfer window, I did loan Glitch Payet's regen. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing now, sending him out to West Brom on a short-term loan. And I will recall him in a couple of days' time. I did actually forget to show you Valentini's stats, but we will take a little look at them now. And, well, if you didn't know from the last episode, this guy is one of the best players physically that I've ever seen in this game. Have you ever seen a regen with all of those physical stats, aside from reactions, over 90 or more? I mean, that's just unbelievable. There's typical regen physical stats, and then there's this from Valentini. It's just unbelievable, and I certainly will be giving him a lot of training. But before we do any of that, we've got the first game here of the episode, and it is going to be against Tottenham. They're currently in a really good position in the league. I believe they're in the top 4. And they're battling with us and a few other teams to try and take the top spot. We're giving a lot of players their debuts in this game as well. We've got Costil at left back, we've got Mascherano's regen, De Rossi's regen, but more importantly, we've got MESSI'S regen making his debut on the right mid position. And we'll have to wait and see how he does get on in this game. Like I said, Spurs are currently in 3rd place, only behind in 2nd place on goal difference. And if we lose this game to them, that could be absolutely huge in the title race. We've spent a lot of money on players in this January transfer window, a lot of them making their debuts in this game. And let's hope that they can impress and they don't disappoint me. I'm really hoping that we get a win. And it's going to be Son on the ball, getting the cross in. Good punch away by Lucci, and it's back out again. And you've got to be kidding me. Have they really just scored that? That has got to be the most ridiculous goal I've ever seen. And again, it's Lamela scoring against us early in the game Just like when we last played them, it's just... Oh, but this time it's a better goal than before. Hits it on the volley, and I think Buffon's Regen should have done better there. It was bobbling along the ground. I don't think I've ever seen a worse shot go into the back of the net. It was powerful, yes, but it should have been saved. It's just not good enough. Just going to keep running. We don't have any options at the moment, but we do now. Ronaldo's made a good run. And again, we don't have any options to play inside. Or maybe we do now, because it's here to Tevez having a shot, and it's off the bar. And if we can head it down, and it's going to be a scissor kick there from Ronaldo, I think. Just not good enough. It really isn't. We should be creating more chances, or at least doing better with them. Really? Wow. Are you serious? We can't do that. We can't get a cross in. We can't even get any space on the wing, but they whip one in. And it's a brilliant save by Buffon's Regen, but it's just not good enough defensively. We're just going to have to keep running with this one, because I'm not crossing it in and wasting another opportunity. There we go. Valentini inside to Costil. And back again. In here to Danielson. Ibra's Regen. And what is that? That's just pathetic. 98 finishing. And he can't even... Oh my god. He can't even test the keeper. Good little nod down there to Ibra. And we'll just keep running with this one. And play it here to Ronaldo, who's made a brilliant run. And we've hit the post. How unlucky have we gotten there, and it's cleared away just about. It's going to be in here to Tevez, running round his man and having a shot, and what a save again by the keeper. We just can't score a goal to save our lives at the moment, and it's just really getting frustrating. What a disappointing game that was. Seriously, seriously poor game. We couldn't quite mount a comeback like we did in the last game when we played against Spurs. We couldn't even get a goal back. I mean, it was just really disappointing. Considering the chances we had, we should have done better. And we should have at least got a point from this game. But there you have it. I haven't really been enjoying this game at the moment. And it showed, because I just can't score to save my life. Either way, it's not good enough. And that does mean that the title race is completely open again now. And that could be a bit of a problem for us. We will have a bit more player training now though, and hopefully we can see Buffon's Regen going up, and he does end up going up to an 81 overall, but only just. Although I would normally sim this game against Bolton in the 4th round of the FA Cup, I am going to be playing this game because I do want to make up to you guys for only playing one game in the last episode. We also only have 2 games until the end of the transfer window as well, so there's just no point simming this game. We might as well play it. We're going to be giving Messi another try in this game with Rooney and also Ronaldo playing up top. We'll have to see how those combinations do work in this game, and whether I should really be changing into a 5-back formation like I'm playing with in this game. I mean, the fact that we're struggling to create chances against Bolton really does say a lot, doesn't it? It's just getting really worrying now. Whatever I try in these games, I just can't get opportunities on goal. I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know what to say anymore. I don't understand how I can go from winning games comfortably to just not playing well at all. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's been a patch to FIFA where they've made it completely boring. But look at that. No shots on target and only 1 shot in the whole first half. It's not good enough. It really isn't from our perspective. Has that really just got to him? Really? Really? Have they almost just scored there? I can't believe that. The first chance on goal is a half chance from a cross that was going out of play, and oh my god, this game is infuriating me. I'm having to bring on the big guns after 70 minutes because we haven't had a single shot in the whole game yet. Never mind on target, we haven't had a single shot. It's just ridiculous. You're joking me. You've got to be kidding me right now. We've got Superman trying to save it there. Luckily, he hit the player, so he's offside. Dani Alves. The team can't do it. We're going to have to do it ourselves. It's Messi having a shot, and he ends up scoring in his 2nd game for the club. And finally, we get a chance on goal, and thank God we've scored it as well. All we have to do now is just hold on to a win against Bolton. Bolton. Not like Barcelona. Bolton. It's going to be a oh my god. Had they have scored that, I honestly don't know what I would have done, but there we have it. We end up winning this game by slender margins. The only silver lining that I can take from this game is Messi did score, but that was literally from our first and only shot that we had on goal. So apparently we didn't even have one shot on goal. We had 0 shots. That's how good FIFA is at the moment. How can you score 1 goal and not even have a shot on goal? That doesn't make any sense. That is ridiculous. Not even one on target when it clearly was a shot and a shot on target. We do now have a final scout report though on what I do believe to be Bendtner's Regen. To be honest, he looks absolutely trash. No, there's no way I'm going to go in for him. I don't know why anybody would want me to sign him, but trust me, out of all of the players that have been suggested, his name has been suggested so many times, and I'm sorry to disappoint you and all the jokers out there that want me to sign him, but I'm not going to be signing Lord Bendtner's Regen in this series. We do have a game against Southampton though, which we are going to go ahead and sim, and I'm hopeful that we can get a win in this one because Southampton, they haven't really done too well in the league so far this season. They're near the bottom of the table, and we're going to skip this one, and we end up winning 1-0, courtesy again of an Ibra regen goal. Something that I have forgotten to do, and I do apologise about that, is taking a little look at the league table. We haven't had a proper look at the league table since the beginning of the series, and now that we're halfway through the season, I feel like it's important to take a little look at this. A lot of you were interested by the fact that Bournemouth are currently sitting in 2nd, and they look like they're not showing any signs of pulling up. They could easily qualify for the Champions League. At one point, we also had Aston Villa at the top of the table, which just blows my mind. We've got all the big teams, though, pretty much out of the top 4, which also blows my mind even more. We've got Man City, Arsenal, and Manchester United in 7th to 9th place. That is just unbelievable. The teams that are in the relegation zone are very much expected, but all of these big teams that are just faltering this season, and seeing some random teams in the top 6 of the Premier League, it's just crazy, really. I'm going to be changing Messi's kit number, and that is something that I should have done at the beginning of the episode. He's going to be number 19 now, which is what he started off with at Barcelona and also for Argentina. I was going to go ahead and play through transfer deadline day, but I will be ending off the episode here because I do want you guys to let me know in the comments down below any players you want me to sign. Currently, we have an unlimited budget, so we can go for any regens possible. And just a little bit of an overview as well on the players that we do have currently. We have 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 12 midfielders and 6 attackers. So potentially we could get another striker in, but I'm not really too sure at the moment. We seem to have a pretty good regen team, but if there's any regens you think I should sign in particular, do let me know in the comments down below. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.